Hey everybody, welcome to Hear Us Out. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Paul.
And we're going to talk about what will probably be the most consequential trailer in the history of cinema. And that sounds like a big statement, but I think, Paul, what we're going to talk about over the next few minutes is why it's possibly even an understatement. What are we really talking about here? We're talking about the Avengers Doomsday trailer. So think of it as everything that if you're into comics, you know all this. If you're into comic book movies, you know all this. But for anybody who doesn't care, you know the talk about Robert Downey Jr.'s back from the dead, Iron Man's back as another guy? Well, this is the trailer that's really going to kick off that whole thing into reality. So for everybody from the diehard fans like us, Paul, all the way over to the normies, you know, whichever way this graph goes, I think this one matters. This trailer matters more than any trailer in modern history.
Yeah, and I know that sounds like a bold statement,
It
but
does.
in the current environment, I don't think it is. Like, I really don't think it is.
Yeah.
As we said before, the comic book cinema has really not forced, added to the cinema releases and everything that everybody's gone to. So this trailer is a real big one.
Yeah.
Not even just for the Marvel franchise, but for cinemas themselves.
Well, yeah, I suppose to set the table for that, financially for 15 to 20 years, love it or hate it, 10 years for a lot of people, but longer than that, comic book movies have been one of the biggest financial forces in Hollywood. Getting people into actual theaters, not just watching stuff on streaming, has been a huge part of streaming with Disney Plus, etc. You can't understate the importance of this style of movie, whether you like them or hate them. But also, you cannot miss the fact that theaters are under massive threat right now. And I mean cinemas, folks.
Yeah.
I mean your brick and mortar cinema is having a harder time now than any time in the 100+ years of history that cinemas have been around. If this trailer, it's not if this movie does or doesn't work, because we're talking about a trailer. This trailer will be gone over by nerds like me forensically, but will also be a bellwether and it'll either be a hand in the air of triumph or a finger in the eye for the regular folk on the planet to kind of go, yeah, no, I'm still comic book stuff, I'm not interested. Or, you know what, actually, this is the sauce that we've been missing for the last 4 or 5 years. This is the stuff I've been missing since Endgame, when we were out spending billions and billions of dollars in theaters. And there's the Robert Downey Jr. of it all, Paul. So first,
Yeah.
what do you think about release date? Because I believe the rumors that this trailer is coming out with Avatar: Fire and Ash next week.
Yeah, so that'll be December 19th. So that's going to be an interesting. It does give it a bit of an air between things and stuff, and I think that linking it with Avatar is a really big element as well.
It's a
I
financial
think
decision as much as anything, Paul.
yeah,
Anybody on the fence of seeing Avatar: Fire and Ash? Me, who would love to see this trailer in full cinema, me may end up actually spending money on Avatar: Fire and Ash that they wouldn't have otherwise spent. God,
yeah,
me.
but but I also think that it's also a draw kind of thing. As in, you're going to have one of the biggest events of the year, and you're going to have probably one of the most eyes on the trailer in the cinema. So I think that's going to be a really kind of not only a financial thing, but also a very good kind of eyes on screens.
And I guess you agree with me as well that it's really only the first 10 screenings, 5 screenings of Avatar that are going to have exclusivity, because they'll have to release the trailer online, because there's no way Marvel wants somebody coming out of Avatar with a badly shot like iPhone video of the trailer.
Yeah, no. This I would say that it's gonna be fairly. I would say that Thursday before the 18th of December, before Fire gets out, you're gonna have a load of people under NDA saying, "Yeah, we saw the Doomsday trailer."
Yeah.
Which will get people to buy tickets that night, hopefully, and then they'll go to it. But you'll still have to release it the same day, kind of thing. But I would say that you're going to see a lot of reviewers, a lot of critics going like, "Yeah, I saw Fire and Ash. It was really good. Also saw the Doomsday trailer." I can't talk about
Can't
it
say
that
anything,
much.
yeah. review
You know,
embargo till tomorrow.
yeah,
So second question, Paul, were you planning on seeing Fire and Ash in the cinema?
yes,
So you were going to get it anyway, because I was not. I finally was going to hold my money back to show my protest of I have all sorts of feelings. We've gone over it enough. But I think now I'd be like, bugger, you know what? If I'm going to see Avatar, I might see it on opening night just to see the trailer in, full IMAX. Because essentially that's the only way I'd bother watching Avatar as well. So they'll probably get an IMAX ticket out of me. Like,
yeah.
business bastards know how to beat me. Yeah. But Paul, so back to the trailer itself.
Mhm.
Movie trailers are entirely made to get people hyped and interested in going to see a film. You should watch a movie trailer and come out after seeing it, or sitting there after seeing it, go, I'm now more interested in seeing that movie than I was before. I don't think that's what this
Yes.
trailer has to achieve. This
Oh no.
this trailer has a different set of pressures. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like we're used to we talk about trailers all the time. We talk about the teasers, the featurettes, all that kind of crap that comes out before a movie, and we have whole particular opinions, and you can watch our backlog of stuff on it. The teaser is being known as the cast's kind of reveal with the chairs, but this has a whole different thing. Not only does it have to give us some action, some the first shots that we'll publicly see, because I know that we have some shots of like captured and snuck off sets and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But this is the first public viewing of this thing. So not only does it have to get us excited, it has to give us something to do with the trailer or something to do with plot. Like not only have to revamp the whole kind of like Avengers Marvel kind of thing and show that it's actually good. But
Yeah.
excuse me. Excuse me.
Actually,
It also has to excite people to want to go to the cinema and not wait for the streaming version.
yeah, and it has to not piss a bunch of people off. And some of the people it has to not piss off are, apologies, I'm going to fix my camera. It has to not piss off people who are like, you're seriously bringing Robert Downey Jr. back? Like, they've got to answer a question or two when it comes to people going, how are you going to handle Doom? And how are you going to handle Robert Downey Jr., who was previously Iron Man, being Doom? They won't necessarily have to give everything away, but they certainly can't be cryptic up to the point of keeping RDJ's face or Doom's face. They cannot have a trailer with only mentions of this and satisfy some people. Personally, I would love them to do that. I think that would be much more interesting. Mention the big bad, the darkness that's happening or coming, and we all know it's called Doomsday. We all know enough, but it will really. They cannot make their billions out of interested fans alone. They need normal people to come and see this movie. I think that's their biggest challenge. Not annoying people who have gone, oh look, there's already 5 Batman people that I have to know, even though there's not. Like you hear people go, oh, there's too many random people playing the same character at once. Now I have to understand that Iron Man's in this new movie, but he's someone else. They got to try and jump that hurdle with this.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if they have to do that in this trailer. I think visually and stuff like that. Everybody knows it's the worst kept secret that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom. We don't know if he's playing Tony Stark or if he's playing Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
Um,
Or both. That
like
he was originally Victor Von Doom, renamed to Stark, or vice versa, or whatever. Adoption is a whole thing. It's multiverse, blah.
yeah, like which is yeah, because that's the whole thing. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be kind of revealed in that. Like I think a shot of the armor, shot of him as the character, and maybe a shot of him in the face. That's it. You know, I don't think they need too much. I think the visual storytelling is going to be really important. I don't think we need any plot, anything in that. I think Trader 2 will ease that a lot more. I think they need to chuck so much into this. What 1 minute 27 seconds possibly?
Yeah. It's 1.5
Um,
minutes. It's not going to be short. but it's got a lot to do.
Y- Yeah, and I think the worst case kept secret about Robbie Downey Jr. coming out of Doom. I think that you can get away with showing the armor and maybe his face. The rest of it is going to be more important. You're going to have to give us action. You're going to have to give us some plot about what the hell's going on, because spoiler alert: the post-credit scene of Fantastic Four has gotten everybody kind of guessing what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
You need to at least answer some plot answers, because we already know the first one's action. The second trailer is going to be more plot orientated.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
traditional.
they can't do that in this one. They need to give us plot.
I agree. They're going to have to give something. They're going to have to give an indication of how they're handling it in general. Here's okay, and because we're going to run out of time, so I am going to give you my. Here's their biggest challenge. Because what it has to do is please everyone. That's why this is the biggest trailer of all time, because it has to buy people not into this movie, back into Marvel, and in some cases, back into comic book movies, and in some cases, back into blockbusters, and in other cases, back into even going to a cinema ever again. So, like, not easy, but how does it have to do that? It has to actually please everybody. And sorry, my camera's being a bummer. The fun thing there is comic book fans, nerds, movie people, us, and our ilk. We're all like, oh, well, I want to see which of the X-Men they're going to include. I want to know which teams are going to be there. There's a big list of things that people who are nerdy about this have, and everybody has a different one. Oh, I know that Alan Cumm's coming back. I want to see Nightcrawler. Or is he coming back? Is he going to be there? Blah, blah, blah. They all want that. Then the normal people, as I keep referring to them, are like, so I really enjoyed like comic book stuff when I understood what was going on and I didn't have to do homework. And then they multiverse the crap out of me. Things got confusing. And I'm talking about, people who we scoff at the idea that people don't know that Batman isn't a Marvel character, but those people spend money too. So how do you please them? How do you have a trailer where they don't see stuff and go, oh, this is all just mad confusing stuff again? And the other side of the house go, but they didn't show me anything. They didn't give me any of the things I want. They're between two diametrically opposed wants. One wants simplicity. The other wants Easter eggs and detail and who are you bringing back? So one wants homework, as in wants to know that they're doing the homework has worked out. The other one wants to be told, oh, come along, this will be fun. You do not need to think about any of the stuff that we've messed your head with that put you off us up until now.
So I think it needs to be good. I think that's the key thing. I think it needs to be good because they need to rebuild credibility with the last couple of films and stuff like that. I think you can piss off us a lot more than you can piss off the normies.
Yeah, I'd agree.
If that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
We will still be strung along. I don't think like if they're going to piss off one group, they can piss us off because the thing is we'll wait for the second trailer.
Yeah.
We'll be just like they gave us something. We understand that it's not enough. They have to do better in the second one.
Yeah.
But that's where they can definitely do better in the second one. They
Yeah.
need to get the general public on board that this is going to be a good film, good enough to spend money on.
And one that they'll be able to understand without sitting down to 47 hours of Disney Plus TV shows just to know who was where and who was a Skrull, for example.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah, they gotta err on the side of regular folk. Because we'll get what we want from it one way or the other. Because we're getting a Doomsday trailer, no matter what they do, a huge percentage of our side of things will love it. And remember, you can service us nerds just by putting a glove on a table in the background and go, oh well, there you go. We know Hawkeye is in this or whatever. Like we'll look at every frame and every detail and every bit of background. So Paul, loads of people are going to scoff and laugh at the idea that this is the most consequential trailer in the history of cinema. But it really is. Because if this puts everybody off on both sides, it's going to be extremely hard to recover from. And it'll scare the crap out of the business people in the suits who have tied an awful lot of their future to this upcoming Marvel slate. Lest we forget that people are buying out studios and possibly trying to kill cinema as a genre entirely.
This is it. That's the thing. This needs to be a Maverick moment. This needs to be a Top Gun moment to get people back into the cinema. It needs to show business that the cinema isn't dead to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Oh, well then, folks, it's over to you out there in watching us land. Thank you for spending your time with us. Now it's time to give us some comments and tell us why we're so wrong or why we've overblown it. Or, you know what? Maybe the occasional person might agree. But yeah, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And while you're there, you're only a wee slip away from hitting a thumb and a like and maybe even a share if you know a friend who'd either love or hate this. I don't care which end of the emotional spectrum. I'm happy to talk to everybody. Agree or disagree. So, Paul, I know we'll be talking about this again post-trailer.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's going to be an exciting week.
Yeah. It will be. So, I've been Paul.
And I've been Patrick.
And we've been here safe.
See you next time. Bye.